Fucking hell, dude. Fucking so I watched highlights from the Alabama Michigan game cuz that one kind of popped off. Um but we'll go into um and that's Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so we fucking shit. What was didn't we record? All right, so the 27th is when we need to fucking pick up for college. All right, so Louisiana lost to USC 42-28. Texas A&M beat or lost to Oklahoma State 31-23. Virginia Tech beat Tulane 41-20. Oh no, we already talked. Okay. All right, so the 28th. Arizona beat Oklahoma 38-24. NC State lost to Kansas. Fuck, we already talked about that one. Okay. So, Friday Missouri beat Ohio State 14-3. Oregon State lost to Notre Dame 40-8. Clemson beat Kentucky 38-35. Iowa State lost to Memphis 36-26. Georgia beat Florida State 63-3. Ole Miss beat Penn State 38-25. Maryland beat Auburn 31-13. And then Toledo lost to Wyoming 16-15. And then before we get into college semifinals, Oregon beat Liberty 45-6. Bo Nix threw 5 TDs in his final game as Oregon wins Fiesta Bowl. LSU beat Wisconsin 35-31. Tennessee beat Iowa 35-0. And then we have the Alabama-Michigan game 27-20 in overtime in the Rose Bowl. I wish I'd actually watched this game. I had the ability to watch it, but I just didn't. I kind of forgot that it was playing the other day, so it just was just like, oh fuck. So I rewatched the highlights today, and all around, it was just Michigan's defense bullying Alabama, but could not get anything going on offense.
I
Past the
watched a
second
little bit of
quarter.
the game.
Yeah. They had Michigan's defense had 5 or 6 sacks in the first half, and ended up the game with like 7 or 8 in the second half. And they got the last 2 sacks and tackles for loss like in overtime when it really needed the most. But Michigan almost lost the game multiple times on muffed punts. Did you see those?
I did not see
Yeah.
any of the muff punts.
There was a muffed punt late in the fourth quarter with the game tied. Um, that ended up he dropped it on like the 10-yard line. He muffed it and it rolled all the way back to the 1, and he picks it up just before going into the end zone for a touchback, and then tries running it back, but then he immediately gets hit at like the 2, and they barely make it out of there a couple of times with like some runs just to wear down the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, barely get away, sneak off without, getting a safety. Like in the last seconds of the game, you fucking fuck up so that you have to actually like stress a little bit before going into
Big old
overtime.
fucky wucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Michigan gets ball first and goes for a touchdown and ends up winning it. Washington beat Texas 37-31. So that means on Monday, January 8th, which I'm going to try and watch this game. Number 2 Washington is playing against number 1 Michigan in the college football national championship.
I work at till 6:30, so I can try to get off and watch that game.
Well, the game starts at 6:30, so that's
Okay,
almost
then
perfect
yeah,
timing.
perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
There's nothing really new that I saw from MLB. Like nothing
You
really.
know, what is new?
Hmm.
It's your birthday.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha
The rest of the song is copywritten,
cha.
and I don't wanna get a strike. Happy birthday to you. Load up. Nice. Woo.
Thank you, Matty.
And sitting on this gag for a while. It was getting hot in my hands because I just kept like
Yeah.
lighting it and then unlighting it. I don't know if you heard me just like
No, I
and just
didn't hear. Yeah.
yeah, I was just fucking around with it.
Well,
And
thank
I
you.
mean, it's a nice little home of the free one, so it's
Goddamn fucking America. Um.
all right.
So there nothing new from like the MLB, UFC. Still really nothing.
Not yet.
Yeah, nothing new
Not
yet.
yet. No. I
Um.
mean, they've announced some more fights for UFC 300,
Yeah.
which is like pretty much like it's like any of those big like 100 events. Because that's how they break their shows. It's like UFC 294, 295, 296, and we're coming up on 300.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Chandler is going to be fighting Conor McGregor. It's supposed to happen last year. For me, this better not be a fucking main like a fucking what do you fucking lost my train of thought. It better not be like the main event.
Yeah.
Like for me, this can be on the main card. That's cool, but it's two guys that had an season ultimate fighter together,
Yeah.
but they shouldn't have a fucking.
Yeah.
I honestly, McGregor's not who he was
Mm-hmm.
years ago,
Yeah.
so I'd rather see Michael Chandler get. Um,
Oh, yeah. McGregor did announce that he was going to be fighting. Yeah.
yeah, because it was like a big deal. It's like, oh, I'm announcing it on the New
On New
Year's,
Year's.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I was just like, if it's not Michael Chandler, then who cares?
Yeah.
Everyone thought it was going to be Nate Diaz because Nate Diaz says he wants to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to as well, Jorge Masvidal said that he is, quote, unretired on X.
Yeah.
Nothing else, just said unretired, and that was it. So who knows what's going to happen there?
Yeah.
I really don't even, like, what is that guy going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows? Something from the NBA. The Celtics are the only team that is 16-0 at home right now this season. And like they're getting close to the halfway point, so I mean they're doing pretty good so far. It's they're
How many
26.
games in a season
It's
for
close to
NBA?
baseballs. Like I think it's like 120 something.
No way.
Yeah,
No way is it close to baseball.
it's close. Um,
Baseball, I'm pretty sure it's like 180 or something ridiculous like
well, I
that.
think it's like 120 if I'm.
Wait, let's check. I want to Google it.
Yeah, it's a good
How many?
deal.
162.
Yeah,
That was closer.
it's close to baseball.
The NBA is 82, almost half
Oh,
the amount.
well, still, it's a good deal of games compared to.
It's like half, and you're like, it's the same number, dude.
Well, I thought you said 162 for NBA. That's why I said same number.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no. For MLB is under
okay,
62. It's
okay,
82 for the NBA,
okay.
and that doesn't include like spring training
Yeah,
or championship games or
yeah.
playoff games or anything like that. You can
Um,
give it to her, but it's not required. If anything, like the Ella Bean, huh? She's good. We're talking about Aaron's gonna go walk the dog.
oh, okay.
Hmm. Okay.
So things that we saw from the memes that we put back and forth to each other. The Flyers GM's son is on a 15-month probation for pushing down a disabled woman's chair down a flight of
Which, not
stairs.
to sound like, what is a 15-month probation to a rich white kid gonna do?
Yeah, it's not gonna do
Like
much.
what? Well, like what is he? What even does it entail?
Yeah,
Does he just
it's probably just not drinking and community service or something like that. I mean, that's normal probation.
maybe?
Yeah. He has to do like weekly check-ins and shit like that. But even then, like, he doesn't have to do much.
And
Yeah.
from my thing from the clip, I mean, the clip doesn't show a ton.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be giving him like too much.
Yeah.
But like, from all the thing you see in the video is there's an empty chair that they're fucking around with, and God only knows like how long they're fucking around with it.
Yeah.
And then they just push it down the flight of stairs.
Yeah.
At some point, someone could have just been like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Go get that chair and just bring
Yeah.
it back upstairs."
100%.
And I mean, like, where is it? I'm not trying to fucking victim blame here. That's not. But my other question is,
Where's
the owner?
Yeah.
Where's the owner of the chair? Why is it? Because here's the thing, like, how long does it take you to like stare at something and go like, I want to fuck with it? Is it kind of instantaneous, or do you have to kind of let it kind of like sit there and you're like,
well, in the drunk mind, it's
I
probably
don't think that's anyone's fucking chair.
In the drunk mind from the clip, it's just like they bump into it, they're bullshitting about, and it's just like, dude, look at this fucking chair. What the fuck is this doing here? And then just yeet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 15 months for me is, I mean, like, is it negligent? Yes.
Yeah.
Is there any like malice? I don't think so.
But
I mean, what is the clip not showing? You know, the clip is 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It could be a lot worse than what it actually is.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm just being too light on them.
No, you're doing the right thing. You're questioning what like the full story to it, and I think that's the right way of handling it. And that's probably why you ended up with only 15-month probation and not like something. If it was like true malice intent, and he was just like being a dickhead, it probably would have been a little bit worse of a.
I'm curious, like, what is it? Just kind of like willful destruction of property? Because that's the only thing I can really think about.
I think
that is like an obvious law that he's.
I think it go against like as like a hate crime or something like that for like disabled people.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, against disabled people. And I think it was just the fact that he was drunk and just like, yo, what the fuck? And I just, that's why it's just a probation.
Yeah, I guess.
That's
for me. It's just like, yeah. No, I get it.
Joe Flacco, comeback player of the year.
If he was in longer,
yeah.
How many games has he played? Like 3, 4.
And it's gonna be 5 next week.
If this is season award, a season award,
and out of the fucking 18 weeks, he's only played 5. He's missed 13 games.
I love it. I love the story. I love what he's doing, and I'm sure all the Browns fans love what he's doing. But I don't know, man.
No, I mean, granted, his numbers that he's had in the past 4 games, I think it's like 300 plus yards a game.
That, and I mean, he's in a really tough division to get him into the playoffs.
Yeah.
With Nick Chubb out, Deshaun Watson out, like, there's not a lot of teams. I can't even think of one off the top of my head that's had their number. Well, I guess Drew Bledsoe with Tom Brady. But was that a playoff? Was he going?
No,
into the
that was
no,
it might have been in playoffs.
Maybe, but yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
If he did more games, if he did a few more games, 100%, give that guy his flowers. I'm still personally, especially just all the shit talk I've done on, I've shit talked that guy for fucking years, and I've actually been impressed to see what he's done in I
agree.
Tampa. That's where I think. That's what I think personally.
I agree. Like, I was sitting there thinking, like, Baker Mayfield overall. Like, I remember we were both talking about it, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
And then he started shitting the bed, and then he got benched.
He's not even, like, really shitting the bed.
Not really.
Honestly, though.
It was mediocre play. It wasn't like his play mid-season, where, like, he started off garbage, came back really strong, got him back in the playoff contention, and then just kind of, like, regressed just a little bit.
There is clearly no fucking chemistry between him and Sean Payton.
Oh, 100%.
And I don't know if I 100% agree with Sean Payton. Like, hey man, you need to restructure your contract. He's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck that. But then, Baker Mayfield has played very well consistently throughout the season. He's kept the Bucks in the talks the whole time. And they're not.
Granted, it is a fucking dog shit, easy ass division.
It is, but
I mean, they're still up there.
yeah.
Excuse me.
A friend of ours from high school, he owns his own custom shoe page. If you guys want to check it out, Chesler Customs.
Can you pull it up?
I can try. Yeah.
At least his Instagram
yeah,
or something.
Yeah.
So people can see his.
Yeah. I'm doing that right now, but I'm going to continue to talk. So Chesler Custom.
The only one. So the only team. I don't even know how the fuck. So Tampa Bay and New Orleans are 8-8 right now.
Yep.
What do the Falcons have to do to get into the playoffs?
All right,
They're
so
7-9. Oh, it was that last playoff spot, I bet.
So
That
our buddy
that
from
other wild card.
high school,
Oh, oops.
he does custom shoes, and he did a pair that Dak Prescott's girlfriend got him custom made for some Air Force Ones, and he gave him for Christmas.
I knew of him in high school. I would not go as far to say that me and him are friends.
I was buddies with him. Yeah.
I wasn't. I got no hate on the dude. I'm sure he's a cool dude. I just don't want to be in that I'm friends with this guy. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, cool dude, and I mean, cool what he's doing and he's
yeah.
accomplishing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
could not do this shit.
He's done a lot of customs for multiple different people.
Oh, there he is. Click on that one to kind of show his face.
So my boy Travis Hunter reached out to me and he wanted to surprise his neighbors with custom cleats. So as soon as the cleats arrived, I started to get to work. What I didn't add in the video was the prepping process, but I promised.
They got the music. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that was a video either.
Here you go. There's a photo of him.
Yeah. Here's our boy. Oh, he did the incline. Oh shit.
Yeah. Even though it was ever said, like Colorado.
Yeah, that's the incline.
I still want to do it, and you're like, oh no, you don't want to do it,
dude. Fuck that.
I want to do it.
All right.
After the last mountain I climbed, and I didn't fucking get very far. Well, I made it to the top, but I was very
Well, the
very
almost
slow
top.
going.
We hit the false peak, but then the people we were with,
the girls,
did not want to keep on going. Yeah.
Which I mean, like, what?
But it was
wouldn't
very
even
close
been
to the top. It was like
500,
500, like feet. Yeah. It wasn't that far. But yeah.
I think they were worried because didn't that storm look like it was rolling in?
Yeah, but then I told
him.
But
it literally went. Whoop.
Yeah, I literally told him like these storms like go on for 5 minutes when you're up here, and then you're fine. Yeah, you're gonna be a little bit wet, but it's whatever. And we still ended up getting wet at the bottom of the mountain.
I don't even remember us getting rained on.
We did like going to the cars, just like a little bit.
Oh yeah. You know what? I do remember that.
But yeah, go check it out. Chesler_customs. Yeah, maybe you can try and get. I was gonna talk to him about getting a pair of like custom shoes.
How much do you think that costs?
I don't know. I might get a little bit cheaper.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, he didn't charge that much back in high school. I think he like originally, if you provided the shoe, it was like $70.
That's not bad.
No, it wasn't.
Because he used to do all like the basketball players, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how he did, like kind of the big
That's how he
start,
started, and then like it grew into like.
I love those stories though. When it's just like a small hobby that he just keeps doing, and then just gets bigger and bigger.
I think his first biggest client played for Creighton, and then next was UNL, and then also UNO Mavericks, and it kind of like spread on, and then Bronny James, LeBron James's son, saw his shit on Instagram. And that was his first big jump into like more celebrities reaching out to him for customs.
I believe we talked about him briefly on my old podcast.
Yep, we did a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, the Lions penalty for the ineligible receiver.
Oh, do we want to just get into the NFL and just kind of work our way through?
I figured we could just go through the notes that I took down from like what we looked through on Instagram, because that's. We'll talk about it some more, but like I kind of want to. Well, we'll touch on it again when we go to the Lions-Cowboys game.
Okay.
But yeah, the Lions penalty. So I don't know if any of you guys have not seen it. What was it, like the final 20 seconds of the game? The Lions march down the field, get a touchdown, and it's last 20 seconds of the game. They're going for 2, and number 68.
This is to take the lead, not to tie it. By the way,
this is to take the lead. Number 68 goes and checks in with the ref, and then one other player in number 70. I never saw the other. I think it's 62.
58.
58. Okay, they go over to the ref, and it's part of a distraction.
And that's what the NFL said. Like, hey, from now on, it has to be clearly like, I am the eligible receiver.
Yeah.
Which is kind of bullshit because in the video you see him go like, and just kind of keep going.
Yeah.
That being the ref.
Oh,
so
100%,
like,
yeah.
Don't be fucking skating. Like, here's the thing. Yeah, you don't want to give your fucking the other team like, all right, who's all lining up? Raise your hand.
Yeah.
All right, make sure they're all covered, guys.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like,
and like it's been a thing where the 3 linemen will go up, so it disguises to the defense who's going to be the eligible receiver. And it's just onto the refs. They fucked up because like it is a solid like 45 seconds to a minute after the touchdown, after the celebration happens, that the flag comes out. We were watching it together. It was a long span of time.
Yeah,
and then it pans over to all the refs colluding over in a little huddle.
I gotta think back, but I'm pretty sure I remember them saying like number 70 is eligible. So couldn't Dan Campbell like tell the ref that's closest to him like no, it's supposed to be 68 that's eligible.
So like even so Dan Campbell had told them pregame.
Yes, that is something that Rex Ryan said, that like every coach before every game, they sit down, they run through practically every play, every trick play, every scenario that might happen,
and then tell the refs
it's a very
the eligible
meticulous
players.
thing. Yeah,
and
they drew up this play and they went over it.
I think the fact that there was so much evidence going on, like, is legit just a ref's fuck up.
100%. Yeah, I think it's just incompetent.
Yeah,
I don't think it's NFL being rigged. I honestly just think it's him being incompetent.
That was definitely incompetent. And then, I was getting Zins today, and I was wearing my Lions t-shirt, coming back from the gym, and the dude at the checkout stand, he was like, "Tough loss," and I was like, "Yeah, what?" Because I forgot I was wearing the shirt. He's like, "Oh, your Lions shirt," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and I didn't want to tell him like, "Yeah, I'm actually part of a podcast," and it's kind of a little inside joke / Christmas gift. Yeah, we're just bullshitting, and he said like, "Well, I'm a Chiefs fan," and that same ref was there with all the terrible calls with the Martavis Toney fucking offsides thing.
Kadarius Toney.
Kadarius. Fuck, I can't remember.
But if I remember right, that one Kadarius Toney clip, he was well beyond the offsides. So,
like, he agreed, and he was like, "No, that was blatant." But like throughout that whole game, though, there was a bunch of other fucked up calls too, made by that same referee staff.
Yeah,
and
because it is. I didn't realize it's just one solid staff, which makes sense.
Which there wasn't enough time in between when we started recording for me to actually like research and just see like the reffing staff and see if there's fucked up calls with that group.
I would be interested if you gotta think they have to take an audit.
Yeah.
On that stuff, like there is a. I
mean, they do it with MLB where like
an what is like an IA, like internal affairs. Yeah. And they throughout the year they watch every fucking game, and they check to see if this was a penalty, if this wasn't a penalty, and then they audit like, hey, why didn't you call this? You're standing right there. What are you seeing? Yeah. For you to not to call this penalty, or vice versa, why are you calling this penalty?
And is this going to be like a weekly thing, or is this a monthly thing? Do they just handle it in the off season? Or
I think, that's a good question.
Because if it's
because I bet you there's a lot of prep that goes into it.
Yeah.
For it to be a weekly thing, but then again, I don't know for sure. I know a lot of refs are actually part-time.
Yeah, they are,
and that's like a big push. They're like saying like, hey, get a full-time referee. Ooh, that is just their career.
Yeah.
That is their fucking
You
number
pay him,
one
you pay him
focus.
enough so that they can literally just be a referee all season long.
Yeah.
Which there's two ways to go about it. It's either AI or fucking give him enough pay.
Which, dude, I
don't want
want
AI. I don't want AI.
I don't want AI.
Like, even though it's still fucking up the human error is still fucking up football. That's what makes it football, though. And I love it.
I like the occasional
like, oh,
human
what the
fuck
fucking
up
pissed
and
off of the TV, maybe throw a beer. Who knows, right?
yeah.
You know, later on
But
you go home, beat your wife.
This year has been fucking terrible. I'm just gonna skate over what you just said. But yeah, this year has been fucking terrible.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it's been terrible. And I think it might be. Could it be part of like the fact that like these refs are getting fed up that they're only part time?
There has been a couple refs that have come out and saying like, I'm not gonna apologize. I'm tired of being persecuted. Because here's the thing too that I think a lot of refs kind of like, they don't go after the specific ref that made whatever. It's always like the chief referee who's like on the microphone.
The white hat. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're always the one getting fucking shit on.
Yeah.
Because they do say their name like, oh, and fucking.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know any fucking referees off the top
it's
of
the
my
head
head.
umpire or something like that. Like
head referee. But they'll say their name. I just can't name any.
I just remember the one Jack dude that used to always do it. I think he might have retired or he still does them.
I think he's retired. There's him. There's a couple good ones still.
Yeah, there's still good like the only thing that I'm worried for is that this next game, the same people that did the Lions and the Tony and like
Kadarius Toney.
Yeah, thank you. They're reffing the Steelers Ravens game next week. So I'm really hoping.
But don't you think now that they're kind of on, you gotta think now they're fucking on edge and like, hey, we're not doing anything fucking wrong. All this shit has to be fucking perfect.
Well, like, and see, the NFL hasn't came out with like anything, like, you know.
I'm gonna send you this thing. This just came across my phone. Billboards put up in Detroit after Lions, and it's just, I don't know if you can read that. It says Decker reported. Apparently they're all fucking over Detroit. Which, I mean,
so
yeah, they're not wrong.
And we also talked about this too a little bit just last week or sometime this weekend, but the when the Steelers were in the AFC Championship against the Patriots, and one of the tight ends made an athletic move, but they counted it like that he was down or like something like that. Like it was super fucked up play that would have won them the game.
Yes.
In like the final seconds. And then in the Super Bowl,
was that guy?
I forgot his name too. Like we were talking about it too last time. It's just like, who is this guy? But yeah, fucking. But then the next game in the Super Bowl, they call it it's like literally almost shot for shot the exact same with Gronk doing the same move, and they call it the right way, or like they call it in a positive manner, and then everybody's just like, oh, the NFL's rigged. And then the NFL came out and apologized, and like I think they gave money to the Steelers and stuff like that, and apologized for the fuck up pretty much. And we haven't seen that here with the Lions penalty. Like, this is a tight season for them, and it really would have meant a lot if the Lions had came out and won over the Cowboys. Yeah, there's been like no public apology or like anything like stating like, hey, yeah,
they might be still investigating it though.
Yeah.
If I had to wager a guess,
I can agree. While you're looking at that, the Panthers owner.
Oh, it is Pat Fryermuth.
Oh, it was?
That's what it says on here. Oh, wait a minute. No. Sorry, this is.
Yeah, Pat Fryermuth.
Oh, yeah. I clicked on the wrong one. I'm sorry.
But the Panthers owner was caught throwing drinks at Jaguars fans at the end of the game after getting whooped up on. super fucked up and unprofessional. I mean, I get it being frustrated, but like not throwing drinks out of the fans, like that's kind of fucked up. But it also was a 26-0. Yeah. And then
the names I'm seeing here is either J. James or D. Johnson. So nothing
it was
super
a white
specific.
guy. I
yeah,
think it
it's
might
definitely
be
a white
James.
guy.
So this one literally just happened today though. Tyreek Hill's house caught on fire while he was at practice. Immediately, he got the phone call. His family's safe and everything. He got the phone call and left practice immediately, like as soon as he got the call. I mean, does that fuck with him going into the next game, or is it something that you just kind of got to brush over? Do you think it's like actually going to affect him, or is it going to be like a, I
don't. So here's the thing. I'm curious about, like, because the photos, it looks like a fucking huge fire.
Yeah. Like, is he gonna be without a home?
Okay, so Jesse James, that's who I thought it was.
Yep. I think that might be it.
Yeah, I think I just looked it up. It's Jesse James. It's a huge fire. Don't get me wrong. And none of his family is hurt. I'd be curious to see on like how it happened.
Yeah. I doubt there's any like malicious and like.
I know it's not.
Yeah.
I know there's no foul play. Or I don't want to say I know, but I am
99%.
90% hoping that it's not a fucking foul play, mobsters in Miami, fucking
somebody coming down
the icing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know why.
Unless sports betting just getting that serious, or somebody's fantasy football league, like they're in the championship, I need Tyreek Hill out.
Well, and the thing is like if the Dolphins beat the Bills,
the Steelers are in.
Oh, then they're in too.
Yeah.
But if the Bills beat the Dolphins aren't in.
Yeah.
So the Dolphins need a win. To make it in.
Also, one last thing before we get into the NFL. We are looking at our fantasy football champion right here.
I wanted to talk about the video. I had a lot of fun making that video.
Me too.
If you haven't checked it out, we did like, I don't know, kind of a parody, kind of a spoof, on press conferences for. I think next year when we do it, I'd love to put a little bit more thought in, like kind of make a little bit better of a script. Just because some of the stuff I've seen about like off cuff, off collar, like some of the questions. No offense to some of the boys' questions, some of them aren't super good, so I didn't have a lot to play with. But Noah, the other guy, the runner-up, super glad I got to play him.
Yeah.
Because his team completely shit the bed, and the team that he beat that I would have had to play if he didn't beat fucking dominated in their last game.
150 some odd points.
Yeah, so I'm really glad I played Noah. Shout out to that guy, first year doing fantasy, and had Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback. So fucking not a great squad.
Yeah.
And was
I just want to thank God.
I'll love to thank God. Give me the opportunity. Especially coming back from second place last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, like you said, I really shouldn't have been in the playoffs. My draft score was super low. I had a fucking shit team. Nick Chubb went out. Like, Joe Burrow went out. So yeah, very fucking glad I won. I'm waiting for Yahoo Sports to send me like the notification so I can like, because it's like the game, but it has not said like you are the champ, and I fucking want like you are the champ. I want that shit.
Yeah,
dude, that was a great night for me. It was Saturday.
It was
or
New Year's
no, Sunday. New Year's Eve Sunday.
Yep.
Great night for me.
Great night.
You and me, undefeated when it came to fucking as a team, and then you and me played.
Yep.
I won again, so I was undefeated, and then
last cup
close,
shootout.
very
last
close
cup
game.
Shootout.
I don't know if we've had this conversation before, But when it comes to Pong, I think you and me are a perfect set because you are really good at the early game at like kind of and then I just clutching up
you
at the
come
end,
up
which
right there at the end. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why I
Yeah.
can't just do it all game. I don't know why I have to just
No, it's
fucking
great to
get
have a
it towards
partner
the
like
end.
that though, because like
Yeah, but
I've always played really well early game, and I need
Mhm.
someone like I start hitting a slump somewhere in the middle, and I really need a teammate, which you always do, that comes in and hits a ball, so that I can get that first re-rack. Because once I get up to that first re-rack, or like the cup before I need that, I'm just fucking I don't know what's going on. Like I'm missing all of them.
And then I have also just lucky clutch moments
Yeah,
for no fucking reason.
dude,
Like I didn't hit an island, but what happened? Oh,
I
you hit
hit
an
an
island, and
island.
then I believe I hit your same cup.
Yep, you hit my same cup, and it pulled out. No, you had a traveler.
Oh, oh yeah, I did
Yes.
have a traveler. I
Yeah.
did.
You
Yeah.
you had a traveler that
You were
came
like,
in. There was
one
four.
more, fucking cup.
Yeah, there was it was 4 cups left. I hit the island in front because there's 3 back. I hit the island front, and you hit the back left that traveled over to the far left one, and then they're just like, so if we don't make a single ball, like we're just done for. And then they fucking missed.
Missed.
And they still had like half the fucking cups left, over half. And
Yeah, I will say the one game that we looked shaky in was the one against the two
end.
girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, the one at the very end. But that and then I don't think I've ever talked about this on the podcast. So let me just rewind. This is a very quick tirade, unless you want to skip over this.
So
you want to skip?
I'll let you go on your tirade, but I just want to say my left-handed shots for the trick shots, 3 for 3. 3 for 3 on that
I
shit.
got a couple. I got a couple.
You got some too.
I was like, all right.
This is like, dude, we're on some shit tonight. All right, so go on your tirade.
I was happy the entire night.
Yeah.
So it's the second game of Pong, and the host of the party, our friend Joe, he comes up. He's like, "Hey, when are we gonna roll?"
Yeah.
And let me rewind. Last year's St. Patrick's Day, holding a party, I'm drinking. You were actually there in the early stages. Because you were kind of in town doing training in Ashland. And Joe showed up a little bit later. I mean, do you remember how much drain on him?
Yeah.
I think I did 2 or 3 car bombs and just had like 1 or 2 kind of plain like misses or something. I don't probably remember, but me and Joe, I don't even know how it came up, but he's just like, yeah, you want to roll? You want to wrestle real quick? Like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And he chokes me out unconscious.
Yeah.
I go for a single leg. He catches me in a guillotine, and I go out. Yeah. And I remember sitting there. It like my mom thinks this is horrific. I think it's hilarious because like I remember it like sinking in. I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, I can fight the hands. And I remember like reaching for his hands and then just like out flat, nothing. And then I wake up and like everyone's. I remember like I'm staring up. And it's just like in Call of Duty when it's like, and you just kind of like, and you're like,
it's ringing and then focus in. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing on the ground? My immediate thought was like, oh my God, I'm so drunk. I blacked out and I'm just now waking up. But then like more stuff kind of came into picture. It was really weird. It was just like layers onto the same photograph. And it was like, this one girl was like, head was right over front of me. And then 2 of the boys were fucking.
Yeah.
And then like I kind of like put my head up and Aaron's holding onto my legs to let the blood flow to my head, which apparently doesn't work from what I've been told. And my immediate reaction was like, I need to stand up. And everyone's like, no, grab me, pull me down. I can try to ask for the video so I can maybe show it on the podcast one of these days. I don't have it for very obvious reasons. I don't want that on my phone. And he felt really bad for choking me out unconscious. But we made like a weird kind of gentleman's agreement, like, hey, 4th of July, we're going to rematch. You're the champ. I'm going to get a rematch. 4th of July comes. I believe you're there too. We do it in the backyard.
Oh, no, it wasn't 4th of July. It was after the summer. Because we were having a bonfire when I was home on leave.
That's 4th of July.
No, it was like
No.
like
You're right, because he was he went out. What were we doing?
It was just like a random, like, all of us hanging out, bullshitting, and then or was it Halloween? The Halloween.
It wasn't
party.
Halloween. Oh shit! It was Halloween.
It was the
I was wearing
Halloween
the fucking.
Yeah,
it was.
and he had the chicken
shit,
suit.
Good memory. I was not wearing a chicken suit. He was wearing the chicken suit.
Yeah, Joe was wearing the chicken suit.
Yeah. Okay, dude. Yeah, good memory. Okay, so then I didn't choke him out of conscience, but I did submit him.
Yep.
And now I'm the champ.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man, we're 1-1. We got to rubber match it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
At New Year's, and you guys had talked about it too. At New Year's, you guys were like,
at New Year's, and we're gonna throw down. Now, I don't remember him telling me it was going to be a 3-rounder.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
I don't remember that in the slightest.
Yeah.
But he comes up to me and he's like, hey, let's go roll outside. Let's just settle this. I'm like, all right. Yeah, fucking, I beat him 2 rounds out of the 3. So went undefeated in that match too. So it's a really good night for me. It's really great way to end 2023.
Joe had 2 people in his corner talking to him, and I'm on your corner, and like I just see you go. And, like, I love
thinking about. I love when I think about, like, I looked at you and I'm like, any advice, cornerman, coach? And you're like, be defensive, be reactive, don't go in head first.
Yeah.
I was like, cool.
And you did exactly that, though. I
did exactly that. Exactly that. So.
And you let him make the mistakes, and you handled it from there.
I don't even think he did any mistakes.
He slipped up here and there, but that's when you
I just don't think he had any technique.
Yeah,
I think he was just throwing shit. He had no technique.
You let him make mistakes. No technique.
Honestly, I don't even think he's like him making mistakes. I just think it's him not knowing any better. Yeah. He tried ragdolling me and I think he burnt himself out because there was a point I was getting fucking manhandled.
Yeah.
But I mean, stayed composed, didn't get choked out.
Yep.
I don't think he had any. I don't think he had any moments of dominance in that last fight.
No real control. You were able to fight out of anything that he was trying to lock up on you.
Yeah, because there's one point where he did get me down, and I'm trying to remember how he got me down, but I was on my back, and I was able to push him off.
Yep.
And
then he got your back, standing up, and you just fucking judo fucking slammed him.
Which I love doing shit like that, and then hearing everyone in the background go like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there like, "Yeah, let's go, bitch."
I'm sitting there like, attaboy.
Yeah. The dude, after the first round too, I was like, oh, dab me up, coach.
Yeah.
Help me up. And then he goes, all right, dude, round 2. I was like,
and he's sitting there with like eyes of murder, just like, I'm ready to go.
He is fucking eyes of murder. I'm fucking gasping for like, like, what? We're doing fucking 2 rounds?
It's like, bro, I don't have
3 rounds.
I don't have a chair. I don't have the ice bag. I'm not sitting here fucking doing the fucking normal shit.
I was under the impression that if I submitted you within the 3 rounds, and I'm the winner. I thought 3. Well, I didn't even know there was 3 rounds, but then under my
assumption,
were going
on time, and then
that's
like,
what I
if
thought
there's
too.
a submission, it's over, like normal UFC stuff, not this fucking I have to submit you 2 times. I'm like, okay.
I will say I'm really glad that he said like, hey man, we're done, no more fighting. You're
sitting there like, you gotta fight. You gotta work your way.
I was like, you gotta do some contenders. You gotta, got Matt, you got Nate, you got all these guys. He goes, no, I'm done. I don't wanna.
Yeah.
I was like, thank God. I'm so tired.
Oh yeah, and I came in 7th in our fantasy league with the 2nd most points. With me, okay. So one thing though is that me, you, and Fat Nate.
Yeah, Fat Nate.
We have the least amount points allowed.
How can you see that?
If you go into league.
Oh, do you do the view
fantasy,
details?
Yeah, and then go into details. We have the least amount of points allowed. I have the closest gap in between the 2. But then you and
I have the least amount of points allowed.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Which
So,
I mean, that's not even like great defense, guys. Let's roll. It's just like whenever other teams play me, they just do shitty.
Mine is like very close to each other.
I have the most waivers and I have the most moves. I guess Sargent beat me by 1 waiver, but I did have the most waivers for a while.
But yeah,
highest win percentage.
I just think it's unfortunate how like the games.
Oh no, I guess second highest.
The games that I lost, I scored very high on, and my opponent also scored very high on. But then every other game I won, I like absolutely blew them out of the water every time.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
That you're. I don't know. What team can we equivalent you to? That's like you beat up on all the scrubs, but when it comes time to like, you're like Tampa Bay. You can beat the fuck out of some scrubs, but when it comes time to
even some good
playing a
people
legitimate
too.
team, yeah.
Didn't I beat you at least one time?
That maybe you maybe beat me once.
Yeah, so I beat the champ. Therefore, I am the champion. So get fucked.
Let me go through here real quick.
All right, so while you're doing that, the Jets lost to the Browns 37-20. We were both right there. And we both were wrong with Lions faithful, but we already know that situation. 20-19. We were both right with Bills over Patriots, which this game should not have been as close as it is. 27-21. You were right with the Bears beating the Falcons 37-17.
I beat you in week 8.
The Colts beat the Raiders 23-20. We were both wrong there. The Rams beat the Giants 26-25, which we were both right. Cardinals absolutely fucking mollywopped. Well, not really.
Okay, so you're wrong. We only played each other once, and I beat you in that one meetup. Oh, hey, Nate.
Cardinals beat the Eagles 35-31.
Dude, a hell of a comeback. I think they were down 6-21 at a certain point.
Yeah, 6-21 going in the halftime.
I don't know why more people aren't talking about it, to be honest.
Because I think the Lions-Cowboys game is kind of overshadowing it.
You think that's more of a...
And the Dolphins getting absolutely destroyed by the Ravens.
Yeah, but I feel like... I just think that Eagles... I think that's just a little bit more...
Yeah. I mean, no, you're not wrong. Like, fucking... Kyler Murray came out and balled out on top of the Eagles.
In the second half. Yeah.
They scored 15 points unanswered going in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Kind of upsetting, you know. If I'm an Eagles fan, I'd be fucking pissed off.
I'd be really pissed.
I
love that clip of the white girl. It's like, what
the hell are you doing? Saints beat the Buccaneers 23-13. We were both wrong there. 49ers beat the Commanders 27-10. Jags beat the Panthers 26-0.
I think I won both of our splits this week.
Yeah, you did. So it's looking like I'm getting a tattoo. Unless I come out with some outrageous fucking...
I was going to think about something this week.
Yeah.
We're not doing this, but I had this idea. I was like, last week of the NFL season, what if we did like a draft, like I get first pick, you get the second pick, and like we each have a different team throughout the entirety of the week. You know what I mean? Like, so we don't get to pick the same teams.
Yeah.
So it creates some, like, there's gonna be a difference. I decided against it because I was like, no, that's a good way for me to lose.
We can try that
maybe next year.
Yeah. We can start off with it like that, see how it goes. But I also do like this continuity of, like, you know, staying it the same way the whole time. But yeah, the Ravens destroyed the Dolphins 56-19. Yeah, just beat them up. Fucking, I don't know how it could be like one of the players just walking away from that game.
Feeling good about yourself.
Yeah,
going. Here's the thing, like we said, we weren't gonna be surprised if the Ravens won, but I don't think we expected them to win.
Yeah,
like
and we
that.
both picked the Ravens, but we didn't expect them to win like that. Yeah. The Texans came out to play 26-3 over the Titans.
CJ Stroud was back.
Yep. CJ Stroud was back. Steelers beat up the Seahawks 30-23, and I'm glad I went with you on the Steelers.
I'm telling you, dude.
Maybe Mason Rudolph was the answer that the Steelers have been looking for.
I don't know about that, but
maybe. Broncos 16-9 over the Chargers, and we both picked the Chargers.
That's because we thought like it was not.
If it's not Russell, I don't even know.
Isn't his name like Stick or something like that?
Stidham.
Is the Chargers quarterback named Stick?
Maybe. Okay. But yeah, that's the Stidham is the Broncos fucking quarterback. The Chiefs beat the Bengals 25-17. I chose the Bengals.
Like if it was Joe Burrow, I would have picked Joe Burrow
any day.
Bengals any day. Any day.
Packers beat the Vikings 33-10.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I hit the wrong.
But where does that leave us record-wise there?
I'm at 152 with 105, and you're at 157 for 100.
Which I was kind of, my goal was to be sub 100 losses.
Yeah.
This year, but I think that's going to be a good goal for next year.
Yeah. I mean, like I was saying last week, like I want to be better next year for this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Since the season's already lost, I'm just going to go ahead and say Steelers over Ravens.
Now, I mean, if you're looking at this, kind of look at it because the Ravens already clutched, and they have already announced that they're benching a lot of their players. Of course, they don't say who on ESPN, but I know Lamar is sitting out. You got to think a lot of their fucking, likely will be probably sitting out, and maybe Gus Edwards will be sitting out.
Yeah.
A lot of their starters are not going to be in the game.
Yeah.
While I feel like a lot of the Pittsburgh starters are going to be in the game. Yeah. So I wouldn't count out the Steelers. I'm honestly going to be going with the Steelers as well.
Hell yeah, love to see it. All right, so this is a game that the Steelers need to be a tie.
Well, the Texans it's one of the options that they need to be.
The Texans versus Colts. Now, I'm honestly probably going to lean Texans on this one.
I'm going Texans too since CJ Stroud's back.
Yep. He makes all the difference there.
Even though I love Gardner Minshew.
And I'm going to go Browns over Bengals.
I am also going Browns over Bengals. Wait, unless... yeah, I'll also go Browns over Bengals. Fuck it.
And then I'm going to go Lions faithful.
Lions over the Vikings.
Yep. Jags over Titans.
Yes, because I believe this is a must-win for the Jaguars.
Yep. I think this is one of the games that the Titans need to beat the Jags for the Steelers.
Yes, this is another one of those scenarios.
Now, since the season's already over, and I'm definitely going to get a tattoo, I could just go out of left pocket and just say Titans beat the Jags.
Hey, man, what do you have to lose? You know what I mean?
Dude, if this fucking works out for me...
Won't be mad.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Will Levis will take them to beat the Jags. All right. I'm gonna go Jets over Patriots.
If I remember right, I feel like they said that they're benching Zach Wilson.
Are they putting in Aaron Rodgers?
They're not putting in Aaron Rodgers, no. I think this might be dumb. I'm gonna go with the Patriots if they have not Mac Jones, but whatever Zippity or whatever his fucking name is. Yeah.
Zippity doo dah day.
Zippity.
Um,
because I mean, if I've been looking at Patriots the last couple games, they haven't been
bad.
Terrible.
They've kept it competitive.
Yeah, they're both 2 out of their last 5.
I'm gonna go Saints over Falcons.
I am also going Saints over Falcons.
And then I'm gonna go Bucks over Panthers.
I'm also going Bucks over Panthers.
I shouldn't even waited. I'm gonna go Packers over Bears. Go Pack, go.
How did it look like at the beginning? Because they've already played each other.
Yeah, and the Packers have started to become
the Packers,
quite the team.
It was their first game of yeah. Go ahead and put me down for the Packers as well.
Yep.
I feel like the Bears could win.
I'm gonna go,
but if the Packers want to keep a playoff hopes, then they need to win.
I'm gonna go Raiders over Broncos.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I guess Raiders over Broncos too.
Eagles over Giants.
I don't even know how to describe that, but that just felt like I was just like,
yeah, I felt dirty.
Yeah, I didn't like picking either one of those guys.
Yeah,
I'm also gonna go Eagles over the Giants.
Seahawks over Cardinals, but honestly, I don't know if the Cardinals are gonna do some fucking late season shenanigans.
But they don't this is the end.
Yeah.
Are they gonna? Yeah, I'm also going Seahawks
to knock out the fucking Seahawks out of the playoffs.
They should already be out of them. I'm pretty sure.
Chiefs over Chargers. I would assume you're gonna go Chiefs as well.
Chiefs over Chargers, correct? Yeah.
I'm gonna go 49ers over Rams, even though that will be a good game to watch.
Well, here's the thing: both teams are dropping a lot of their starters because they're already in the playoffs. Yeah. I am gonna go Rams because I'm a Rams fan, and I think because it's gonna be Kirk Cousins versus Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And I know that they're gonna, or Carson Wentz. Sorry.
Okay.
Carson Wentz. My bad. Sorry. Wrong white quarterback.
And I'm gonna go Cowboys over Commanders.
Cowboys over the Commanders. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go Dolphins over Bills because I need the Dolphins to win.
I might go Bills over Dolphins because if I remember right, earlier in the seasons, the Bills just manhandled the Dolphins.
They did, yeah. But this one's in Miami now.
Yeah, I think still.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 splits.
Let's do one more. Let's do it so that there is a possibility.
I'm satisfied with all my picks. You want to go Broncos over Raiders?
That was the one I was thinking about, but it's also hold on. That was the one I was thinking about, but I don't like it. Nothing about it I like.
Either one of these teams, I just like.
Yeah, I was like, they could both.
They could both lose, and I don't care.
Yeah, man. Broncos? Yeah, fuck it. Just move it down to Broncos. Fuck it. I just wanted to be interesting for a finish.
Dude, if this is the fucking,
I would hate.
If this is,
if it comes back and haunts me, man.
Yeah. That if it ends up being a tie,
it's just gonna be a tie. That's kind of where I'm seeing it. It would be a tie.
If it's a tie, let's just get each other's signatures.
I don't know about signatures. I'm down to get MattCast, but a signature.
Okay. What about initials?
Initials is fine.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely want to get MattCast on me.
Initials is gonna be cheaper than doing the whole MattCast thing.
Well, the thing I want to do for the MattCast, it would have been like it would have been smaller. It wouldn't have been like the logo that. It probably would have just been block letters that said MattCast, kind of like in a sportsy type font.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if it's a tie, I mean, greatest fucking call out. Like we said it too. It's just like, what could happen, you know?
What? Yeah. What happens?
Or I'm just completely wrong, and it's just fucking.
And I just go up by 10.
Yeah, and it's just like, what the fuck?
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
Like, the competitive, but I'm like, yeah, all right. Like,
Let's see what happens.
Last week.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. And honest, like, I mean, you're not wrong though. The Broncos Raiders, like, I just feel gross picking between the two. All right, well, let's just call it here. I mean, fucking that one person I shout out. We're gonna do it again. We're actually gonna say bye this time, instead of all right. So thank you guys all for coming, staying all the way till the end.
Wish Matt a happy birthday.
Yes.
Go check out
the Twitch.
Josh's Custers. No,
Josh Chesler's Customs.
Chesler's Customs. Thank you.
Chesler_Customs on Instagram.
Matty B Raps streaming.
Yep.
Haven't seen him stream in a while.
We're streaming right now. I mean, I'm thinking of, so like honestly, I'm thinking of just rebranding everything MattCast, because like I actually feel more passion for doing this.
You don't do any sporting things?
No, like rebranding it all just MattCast, and then like if I'm doing my own individual streams, I'll just do it MattCast Gaming with Matty Light.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And just retitling it, making the Instagram the MattCast. Same with Twitter, which I'm probably going to delete it though. The X, I don't really use it.
I didn't even know you used it, to be honest with you.
I had it for the stream, but yeah, I'm thinking of just rebranding it all MattCast, and then maybe get some like pictures of us for like the fucking Instagram. Yeah. And then when I'm back in town out of the army, really focus on like editing and actually getting some clips together for us, so that we can put it together for fucking, you know, shit to put out on the Reels, TikTok, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's my plan initially. I was gonna talk to you, not recording.
Yeah, no.
Fuck it. You know what? Whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm down for it.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll catch you guys next week.